Mstyslav Chernov's 2,000 Meters to Andriivka. Reviewed for the 2026 edition of the Palm Springs International Film Festival. The forest is the only way. Virtually since the cinema began, war movies have held a special place on the big screen. For example, Saving Private Ryan, Full Metal Jacket, Platoon, the Academy Awards, and in the imaginations of writers, directors, actors, for example, George C. Scott, and audiences alike. But here, all past productions can be put aside, paling in comparison as unvarnished truth trumps fanciful storytelling. For here is war in the first person, no holds barred. Here is real-time courage, death, destruction, madness, and shame. Shame that the so-called civilized world continues to solve its disputes with unspeakable terror, bloodshed, and destruction on the battlefield in order to stoke the egos of the select few who cause the conflicts but never dare appear on the front lines. 2,000 meters, 1.25 miles, doesn't seem to be a long way to fight through in order to liberate Andriivka, especially symbolized as the Ukrainian flag is raised again once the motherfuckers, aka Russians, have either been killed or pushed back. Incredibly, it will take 3 months to complete this monstrous journey. But what could go wrong? Drones from nowhere, near impossible terrain, shallow trenches. As with 20 Days in Mariupol, director-writer Chernov embeds himself in the Ukrainian battalion tasked with cleaning out the enemy from the straight-line forest route to the small but logistically important town. Forest is being generous as most of the trees are bare-limbed, providing easy direction to the goal but precious little cover. Chernov's camera, combined with body camera footage from several of the determined soldiers, leaves next to nothing to the imagination. Sudden explosions, round after round after round of gunfire, doesn't stint in capturing deaths on both sides of the conflict, making it, at times, difficult to watch, but, sadly, necessary to truly understand just what transpires in 21st century armed conflict. We meet new recruits. For example, a 46-year-old husband who pleads with Chernov, "Don't make a hero out of me," famous last words indeed, and a seasoned 24-year-old leader, Fedja, who dreams of a shower and sauna after the mission is accomplished and then returning to the fields of death and despair. Other voices along the route. "I came to fight, not to serve." None of us wanted to be a soldier. And perhaps most tellingly, after a prisoner was captured, "Soldier, why the fuck did you come here?" "Prisoner, I don't know." Like nothing else, that last exchange completely sums up the futility of solving problems and disagreements through brutal force rather than dialogue, reason, and respect for our common humanity. Sadly, tragically, using those important tools as the solution only seemed to be utilized once one side or the other realized that inciting goals will likely never be achieved. From there, it's all about saving face rather than lives. Chernov's production ought to become required viewing for all armchair generals who take sides in any of the planet's current deadly conflicts and then try to imagine themselves crawling through the forest, dead bodies all around, in order to plant a flag in an empty village. 5 stars for this. And if you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe to the channel.